So this is the update for this week. Reviews AI now supports Facebook replies. Before, automated just the Google reviews now. Users, admins now can set up an AI to respond to um, Facebook reviews as well. So yeah, similar to Google, the user will set up the agent first, but make sure that the account is the Facebook page is integrated and yeah, successfully synced to the sub account. And if you have multiple Facebook pages, then you select which one you want your reviews AI to respond with. And then this is an example. And here you can also set up the AI, the review type, the conditions, tone selection, preferences, page level source control. So here, different AI agents that responds to different sources. So for example, you have an agent to respond for the Google reviews for the Facebook page. So you can set up that individually.
Excellent.
And here next is user permissions support for AI Studio. Before, like you cannot manage or control who has access to AI Studio. Now, admins and agency owners can now set this permission who will have access to this feature.
Cool.
All right, so now next is Klaviyo. If we have clients that are using Klaviyo, it has now a native integration with HighLevel that they have in Klaviyo. It can create a user and it will trigger a workflow on their HighLevel account. So that is now doable. Similar to other third-party apps, they will just have to connect the account, their Klaviyo to HighLevel. And then these are the list of the actions that they can use. So create, delete content, and all of this stuff are now natively doable on HighLevel. Next is Shopify integration. No more custom app setup required, actions and triggers. So for clients that are using Shopify stores, so they have now easily install the app or use their Shopify account to HighLevel. And without API, no coding needed. They will just need to install app on their Shopify account and then install the lead connector app by logging into the account
That's
and
interesting.
install that.
Both those updates are Klaviyo is mainly used by people in the e-commerce world because it's got a lot of triggers based off behavior, buying behavior, and then there's that Shopify integration as well. So that's interesting. We don't have a lot of e-commerce clients, but that is very interesting that they've got those two updates kind of hand in hand, Shopify and Klaviyo.
No worry. And next is enhanced calendar reschedule handling in high-level calendars. So now, if the client reschedule on Calendly, it will just go straight directly how you say that, update the schedule on high level, and still have that history, like what is the old. They still have that old appointment stored on the account, and then you have that reschedule that will trigger a workflow. For example, they want to send an SMS or a rescheduling link. So that all now doable with high level. And next is improved handling for inactive unverified domains. Now, if the sub account on their sending email domain becomes inactive, right? For example, they out of subscription, they didn't pay for the domain and all of that, and then becomes inactive, it will now create this notification. And you have that clear message why it's inactive. So the domain is inactive, please update DNS records and verify again. So it's visible for us now on the conversation, and then it will stop sending emails using that domain. And then, yeah, you will see that message on the conversation, why the email failed.
Okay.
All right, next thing is the custom model height for embedded form surveys and quizzes. If, like, for example, we were done building the forms and surveys, right? And then we want to embed it on high level or other websites or on a WordPress website, we get the code, and then before we have to like CSS is how we want the size of it, right? The placement and all of that. So now on high level, we can set that height or the placement from high level first, then before we embed it to the other location. So it's yeah, model height for pop-up, polite slide-in, sticky sidebars. Then we can set which layout we want it to be
Nice,
embedded.
much more control over the styling. Nice.
Yep. Less figuring CSS to go right to go left. We
Yeah.
can set that height here from high level, then we embed it. Next is gradient background for button form, service and quizzes. No more boring one color for the buttons. We can now set it to a gradient one. So that's for the design. And then here, load chat widget on user interaction. First, if we have a chat widget on one of the website, like if we have that turned on, it goes out automatically. And now we have ability to load on user interaction. Like for example, if we enable this, the chat widget will have a 8-second delay for it to come out, or it could be from scroll, click, or touch interaction before it come out. Because yep, sometimes we have some chat widget that we just want this to be available to a login user or to who submitted, we have that control. And yeah, we have that already on the setting that if we enable this, they have to touch to scroll or to do some interaction first before they'll be able to see the chat widget.
Cool.
All right, so this one is conditional visibility enhancement, visibility rules for layout. So this is on the email templates. Example use case for this is, let's say, on an email template, we have a personal greeting on top as a first section. And then we can have this condition like we want this to be visible only if the contact has a contact first name on the contact first name. If the contact has a first name. So we can set that visibility. If not, this personal greeting on top will not be visible. So that
Mm.
kind of a use case.
So
That's going to be
Yep.
amazing. And
Yep.
they got, I
So
wonder if they've got tags in there.
that's what I was thinking.
this one says we have to explore it because here we select a custom
Yeah,
field and the sets condition is only if present, if empty, or is not. So it's not so, how you say it, broad
the
like
last time the
conditional,
last
but
time I tried it, it was still buggy.
Ah.
yep.
So it's not still like
So
Hmm.
super good, but I
advisable.
guess they're pushing new updates to it.
Mhm. Yeah. So I'm not sure how it was before, but is now available. Either is present, is empty, is not. So this condition is now up here for
Cool.
visibility. All right. So contact conversation logs for contact preference updates. For example, a client unsubscribed for an email campaign, it will now be visible on the conversation. So we can either trigger or we are aware that this client resubscribed or unsubscribed. And as you can see, it's very detailed because it shows like for which campaign that is. They unsubscribe and resubscribe. Before we just have to go on to see on the DND the day, now it's visible on the conversation, that activity that they have. All right, so that's the update for this week.